Hey traders, welcome to episode 982. Just looking at Bitcoin like we always do, man. Thanks for being here. 8,500 has held strong. We've had some intra-candle wicks to 8,200. We all know what 8,200 is. It's that weekly candle close high. 8,500 is the wick high. So the top of the historical support resistance zone. You're above it right now, which is good. But unfortunately, the type of price action you're getting above this area isn't necessarily that great looking, though if the price action continues on like this too long, then, it might turn into something else and might not be a flag at all, which we're thinking maybe it's still a bear flag. Something we did think could happen soon was, after the dump, you went sideways long enough, up, down, to reset that oscillator on the 4 hour, the MACD. So now it's in positive territory, right? But that's it, dude. I mean, you got positive momentum, but you're not really doing anything. I think you're ping-ponging around really between that 8,500 and 9,150 area. Always a chance we could see 9,150 again. But you think like what we're looking for an edge for a long or something, because we don't have an edge yet for a long. And really, bearish continuation patterns aren't as easy because you don't normally have an edge. It just looks like a pattern it's in the continuation phase, right, before it dumps again. That's not really like you have divergent stuff. So if we got another dump at some point, whether it's after 9150, if we touch it again, or if we break out soon, what you want to see in order to make a trade or something on a 4 hour time scale is you want to have like whatever goes up, then dumps, and then we go down to like the next support or something, right? We're clearly not long enough or deep enough for a measured move or whatever. But what you'd be looking for on the oscillators is something like this, man. All right. So you want to find, when we're looking for trades and stuff, right, we want to make it, and it can be that wave stuff where you get to some sort of support and you're showing an edge on the market. 77.77 we know is one, 7,400 is the next one, we know 8,200 is one on the weekly. It doesn't really show up anywhere else. So I mean, despite anything, I don't know where it's gonna go, chat, but I'll tell you what we want the chart to tell us so we could take a chance on a trade, which is exactly what technical analysis really is for. It's not for fortune telling. This is something we would probably want. We would want to see this stuff develop on the chart and preferably see it on the RSI as well. But we just don't have anything yet, man. So mysteries abound. Get a coin out, flip it. Oh my God, we're going to be kings, man. All right, just for now, range bound, 82 to 9150. But with candle closes 90, it's 8,500, 9150. Oh, real quick, Stay at Home Kings, man. Thank you so much for the friggin' $100 worth of Bitcoin yesterday on the Halvening stream, where the one-up coin was broken again. Resynced it up. It seems like it's fixed now. You can clearly see the resync was me testing it to see it, so it should work. But there you go, man. Thanks again, dude. You didn't get any recognition for that, and I'm very grateful, man. Much love. Thanks for being a part of this community. What's up, Extra? Bitcoin halving still on my overlay. Well, did Bitcoin still have? It's still halved. It's just there, man. Why not, dude? What if someone missed it yesterday? They didn't review the stream. It's cool, dude. It can still be Bitcoin's halved. Alright, no big deal. I mean, I can change it to thunderstorms or mostly cloudy, because that's what we are. We are mostly cloudy conditions on Bitcoin if you wanted to compare it to weather. We had a slight edge on the 60-minute that propelled you up to the target of 9150, and now since then, who cares? Like, waiting for an edge now in the 4 hour. You're in the process, but you're just not there yet. Give us some more data. Yeah, well, that, based on history, Bradford, the happening, did nothing. So why would why this time would it do something? Louis, I did, man. I remember seeing it live on stream and saying thanks. I think you tipped 690 or something like that, man. So thanks. Yeah, futures chart, not good. It was dumping hard, but the new day, it has actually come up a little bit. It's still down 0.15%, barely anything. Let's go take a look at futures real quick, where the story today has not been with Bitcoin. Story maybe was with a couple altcoins like BAT, XLM, maybe Engine and Zcash or something, where they did have nice days, but the story is really on the equities market. Top left and bottom left of your screen, you can see the huge amount of selling in the last hour or two of the day. And at one point, you were down 600 points before the new futures day opened 12 minutes ago, where we're now, trying to pivot a little bit. And yeah, there's reasons. CNBC said, hey, I have no idea why the stock market reversed today, but the charts were telling us some things. If you are a member of this community or whatever, right? Hey, Shu Eric, man, thanks for the 109 super chat, dude. Thank you, man. Bottom right of your screen is Bitcoin futures. Hey, Dustin, man.
Helicopter money.
Thanks so much for the helicopter money. Really appreciate it, man. Money printer go burr with, Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow to let us know what's going on. I'm wondering, will the stock market become a hostage situation again, where they force his hand to start printing more money? You got Democrats proposing a bill. I think they're going to try to get it to go to a vote on Friday, where they're trying to get $3 trillion more dollars for just various things, or who knows what kind of accountability you're going to get with that much stimulus money. I mean, $3 trillion more, like no big deal, dude. 2.3 trillion, forget about it. 3 trillion, man. Add it on top. Nah, FYX, that's just not happening, dude. It's not. We can have a side bet if you want. We're not going negative rates. All we have to do is just keep printing more money, man. That's the trump card. I'm not sure exactly when he speaks. Is it 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock or something tomorrow? Margaret still hadn't gotten a stimulus check. Sorry, dude. I'm sure that's the same situation for a lot of people. But sorry, that Dustin just kind of got me on thinking about Jerome Powell tomorrow, the meeting. So it will be big, but chances are, unless something unreal happens, it's probably going to be the same thing he said last month, where we have taken dramatic, unprecedented measures, and it's working. And so we're going to monitor this situation very closely, and if we need more quantitative easing, we will do it. That is what he said last month. Probably going to be the same thing again. All right. Sell off today definitely doesn't warrant more money injected, but we will see. So back to the futures. Bottom right of your screen is Bitcoin. Let me get rid of this. What is that, man? Is that right here? Yeah. Okay. So Bitcoin gap down. I definitely think Bitcoin's going to fill this gap. Dude, it's not a big deal. It's 88.90. So that means Bitcoin would probably, spot price would go up to, I don't know. I guess it would go up to 80. It doesn't matter where spot price is. I just think that this gap will fill. Scrub gap, nothing burger. But still been making higher highs, higher lows, including now. This is a pivot point. Throughout the day. Top right of your screen is crude futures. 25.27. All right, great, dude. It dropped with the market. I mean, even a little bit, you could watch in real time as the futures were dumping. Bitcoin was selling off too, when the selling really picked up. So if we want to, we can go and look at the S&P just to, what we talked about earlier, why there was kind of a reason of a reversal. And, it's nothing yet. But this was it, man. This is how it all ended. And we talked about this yesterday throughout the weekend. like what can happen if you start selling off at this double top area. But it's not just a double top area, man. It's extremely significant. If you watch the stream, you are completely cognizant of what 29.40 is, 29.34. You know what it is, man. You know it's from the all-time high to the crash low, a 61.8% retrace, a golden retrace. That's exactly where Bitcoin reversed from its June 26 high anyway, 2019. So one high, major reversal point, you did reverse. But what happened when you reversed the first time? You already got hidden bullish divergence started playing out, and then you rallied one more time, and then it's like right after the hidden bullish divergence, you now have classic bearish divergence at this area. But it's not just the golden retrace. Fibonacci's great, but my God, if Fibonacci's not even stronger when it lines up with historical overhead resistance that we saw in September 2018, May of 2019. Both times we were there, we had a pretty decent major reversal. Well, I'm wondering, is this it, dude? Is this it? What do I say to the people that don't believe in TA, that are Bitcoin experts? Oh, dude, we could just go back to December of 2018 to February of 2019 and just talk about the Gartley that was perfect and all of the coinciding variables. And at the same time, with all those buying signals there and evident that we discussed on stream, there were many people who were so esteemed they get thousands of viewers that were saying sell all your Bitcoin because they don't believe in real TA, I guess. So that sucks for them, because the people that listened to them missed out on a 3150 all the way to 14,000 run. So that's what I say to those people. Don't really care. Oh my God, it's the Moon Boy in the chat. I didn't know Moon Boy was an actual race. I guess it could be. So anyway, that's S&P. FYX is just loving it. I mean, it's nice, dude. It's really nice to see, like, you just failed. You couldn't break the 618 for a second time, and that's like a confirmation to market participants that a top is in when you get that second top. And that's why we get higher high double tops, lower high double tops, or the same top. And that's a testament to like wave analysis stuff too. So there you go, man. Don't want to tell you. Now there, you know, let's go to the QQQ, which is tech. It's 886, man. 886 near gap fill. Never quite got to that gap, but we did sell off today. Don't know if it's gonna last. But you know, this is the tough one about the Qs, man. The divergence was so hard to discern because you had two different peaks, and the second peak was, you know, a lower level, and so it's like not really diverging there. But if you're talking about just classic harmonics, and this would be a bearish bat, this is a pattern completion zone, price reversal zone, a PRZ, and this is where a new wave could begin, a wave to the downside to hit fib nodes. And when you go from your low point of the structure to the top, and, you know, since if that was really it, which it could, you know, pivot and go up to 230 to hit literally that gap fill. But if it doesn't, you know, you adjust that right there, and you see that the common retrace area for the reversal here, if it's going to be major, and a new wave's going to be ushered in from this, $189 to 204.06. Okay. What's up, Jose? Coming in from Peru. Dang, dude, we don't get many Peruvians. Pretty looking harmonic. Yeah, there are better ones too. Better ones than this. So gap still, it's almost filled. You can almost argue the gap's filled on Bitcoin futures. The mini one, scrub one. Here it is, right? What we're talking about. Just No big deal. It's just a prank, bro. It's just a scrub gap, bro. Okay. There you go. Gap has filled. Yeah. Congratulations, Bitcoin. You did it, man. The prophecy has come to be, or something. You go across the market, though, man. It's not just index funds that are reversing. Look here.
China to me. China.
Thanks again, Mitch. Keep the stock TA coming.
Hey, Will Spinner, thanks for the threes.
Bruh.
Or the $3. Stock, get Carvana, sorry. It's like the same thing, right? Where, alright. And it was like a little bit lower than the PCZ, but it was just like today, hey man, what about this? Dude, look at Carvana on the daily. It's just, look how discernible the divergence is from a high to the next peak, the next high, and look how the daily closed today. Bearish, huge bearish engulfing candle. Whether you get volatility, whether it plays out or not, we don't know. You never really know, but you can't argue the fact that you're at a deep retrace, a perceived value area for a shorter or a put buyer, and you're not just at that critical deep retrace. You're also, look left. I mean, these are previous all-time highs, right before this, but and then right here, man. I mean, that's just, we will see if it plays out, or will the Fed start printing more money and screw everything, because forget about it. Just everything's going to go up because everything's so heavily tied to it. Everyone's retirement, the economy is tied to the stock market. They're just not going to let it dump. Yeah, I forgot to delete the risk reward stuff, but anyway, you get it, man. From the low point to the high point, just like we did, you know, you measure and you can see like $54, $57 to $74, just like the common retrace area. This is where, if you get follow through and this new wave is to be ushered in, well, then you're looking right here. You're looking between this area, which reasonable 382, previous peaks and valleys. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely where it could go to if it plays out. It may not play out, dude. Unlimited quantitative easing. I just don't think people truly understand how unprecedented and historical this is. Like, no one knows how much power the Fed truly has to manipulate the equities market. So it could just turn into a deep crab at some point because the markets are so stupid. I mean, clearly there's some sort of divorce from the real economy and the stock market right now, dude. Kind of. Chat, are you there? Hello? Same stuff, different day, only. What are we now? Yeah, we're kind of like China now, the way their market is. I don't know, getting closer to it anyway. My God, it's just like any kind of volatility dump. Oh boy, you know, bring on the government, or it's not even the government, it's the Federal Reserve. Bring it on, man. So Cardano down about 7% today. Let's see if we can get the follow through. Could be Kang's. Let's go to the VIX volatility index, man. I'm not sure if my work's saved here, but we this weekend talked about it. Triple MACD, bullish divergence. Okay, critical support resistance area, falling wedge. Remember all this stuff? God, none of my work saves, like, ever. Because I look at 1,000 things and then my computer fails or something. But there you go, man. Big spike. The adjustment on the fibs.
Hi, Mitch got back into an at 11.06. Will you take a look? It was only a small bet for the gap fill.
Miss Shaver, thanks for the 5s, dude. Yeah, we can look at it. Thanks, man. Well, I mean, we identified Cypher on Olin on the 4-hour. Bradford, do you remember this? No one remembers, dude, ever anything that we do on stream. Ever. So I had a big bearish engulfing candle today on the 4-hour. Go figure, right? Because of... You get it. The macro sold off. So this is going to fail miserably if the macro sells off. Okay, you got no chance. But if the macro doesn't become volatile and nuke itself and get destroyed, then this could eventually pivot and rally to the upside, and you could get a gap fill all the way up like 16 bucks or something. Up there. I mean, maybe if you're lucky. But yeah, man, it's tough to say when you've got a macro like this that looks maybe ready to reverse. I don't know, man. You didn't quite get to the 786. You were very, very close. The morning star gapped up and you went. I mean, so that's all you got, dude. I mean, it was kind of at near a PCZ area, right? And it reversed. Now we go to the weekly. Weekly different story. You know, making a higher low. Once every 10 years, you hit this area only once, never twice. What'll happen is when you do reverse, you sell off majorly like we just have. Okay, do you see this here? Look, back from 2009, you rallied huge impulse up, big money. A lot of us got in on that because Haley's comment, dude. 10 years, you hit it, you bounce. But then you sell off after time, you make a deep retrace, and then you run again. And so that's maybe where we are right now.
China.
Today's sell-off could be a setup for lower prices.
Be kind of trolls think you have the $3. Could be. I mean, again, many assets across the market are at deep retraces. Deep retraces, what is that? Where people would perceive value for a short. Thank you, dude. DS Thrive, man. The ticker, if it was always visible, what can I do, man? I can't help that. There's nothing I can do about this. Believe me, it's the most efficient way for me to do it. Anyway, so you bounced off that 2009 support. Is history repeating itself? So if you can pivot here and rally, you might have a nice run up to 1627, and then maybe even higher after that. Based on history, man. This is the weekly. It's not a joke, dude. I mean, talking like 1990, 1999, 2009, and here we are in 2020, 2019, whatever. Jeez. Let's go Olin. Don't be scared. So anyway, the VIX. All right. You had things going on the VIX, man. You had a falling wedge that we have not broken out of yet. You have not broken this. Nice move up off a support resistance from history. There it is, dude. Yeah, your impulse and then your price contraction is down sloping. 2630, 2612. Look here, listen. All right, I've had this plotted forever, man. It's a real support resistance, dude. It's a big one. And you finally did bounce off of it. So the next target is 3617, which is the next overhead resistance, my God. And then if it's to actually make a common retrace of any sort, targets between 4869 and 6269. There you go, man. Look at that, man. Just the whole way down, just kept making these lower levels of negative Momo. 4 hour was really clear too, I think. Thanks for the 730 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, which I don't know if you are, hit that like button, that bell, that sub, whatever, dude, okay? Where'd my music go? Okay, let's go to gold, which has not changed. Look, dude, the 4-hour divergence. Come on. RSI divergence in the end. I don't even want to... People complain about, like, ugh, you never show trade setups, or your trade setups fail, or whatever. It's like, dude, get out of here, man. Like, what I'm trying to do before I'm dead and gone is trying to help people and teach people how to read this stuff for themselves, so you don't have to be dependent on somebody. Hello? Or look, man, you make a low on price, then a lower low, and it's a lower level, and then you make a lower low, and then another lower level. Okay, that is bullish divergence on the 4-hour and the daily. So you're talking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 coinciding variables plus on this thing. So yes, TA does work on the volatility index, because look at this. How in the world does it not? Look at this like you'd look at anything else. And yes, it did work. It did play out. Though you haven't broken a supply line of any sort. No. So there's still work to do. You got to get probably more selling in order for that to happen. All right, here's gold. Showing hidden bullish divergence. A low, a higher low, again, consecutive levels of accumulation going on golds. Nice, impending price action continuation to the upside. It's being implied right now. And you're stuck in price contraction. You've been in price contraction since mid-April. So, but you're nearing the apex. We are about 75% of the way through the development maturation of this neutral consolidation pattern. And at some point, very soon, at some point, we're going to be breaking out of this bullishly or bearishly. We have targets one way or another, it doesn't matter. 1594 or 1808, 100% measure move of this very, very textbook pattern. Looks better for bulls right now with that hidden divergence, but who knows, man. Very good. You really think for gold? 1703.23, you see it, right? It's plotted, it's been plotted. Who knows? I mean, how long has it been plotted? For a while. Where you're at, you're just right at it, man. Come on, dude. There's just still... If you can get above this and hold above this long enough, man, I'm telling you, you could blast off. You're trying so hard, man, to get above these areas. I feel a lot more confident about gold once it stays above those areas. So gross. I don't know, man. I mean, I think Funko maybe had its move already. Danny, are you just looking at trash? It's nasty, dude. All-time lows recently in April. Yeah, it's recovered some, but just devastated. Hey, inverse head and shoulders. I wish you were here to say, hey, can you look at Funko? Maybe when it's painting that, because now it's like, who cares? I mean, I guess a gap fill is coming probably. We almost hit it, or already did. Not yet. No edge that I see. I mean, there was hidden bullish divergence right here, but it's already over. It's already done. Like, I'm looking at this asset after its stuff's played out that we identify all the time on anything.
To me, China.
Jury is still out on up or down. Fed is in play tomorrow.